Hello there, this is Chadderbox and another Propulsion Devlog, and we have a major update. It's getting to that time of year over here in the land of tea and crumpets. You know, the one with the awesome white stuff that falls from the sky, and it happens late in the year. The one where if you go outside and don't watch your step, you either end up with the world's wettest shoe or a broken back. So, I wanted to reflect this in my game. The game I'm on about, of course, is Propulsion, my dream indie platformer inspired by Quake, Titanfall 2, and another small game called Swarm League. In it, you must race between hexagonal platforms in order to get the fastest time in a level. So, anyway, let's get going and implement winter in it. The first thing I've done was implementing all the art assets for the game, so I've set up all the materials and the snowy stuff. So I had to write a new shader for my snowy grass because the wintry gradient that I was trying to use along with my snow really didn't fit the grass, unlike the gradient I used in normal grass. So I had to change it to a solid colour, which required making a whole new shader because I'm not very smart with how I made the first one. But now it's done, I think it fits the ground really nicely. I really love these art updates, they help to keep things fresh until I do some more programming. So then, I mentioned that I wanted to capture this season, but at the moment, I've only really captured the nice parts, and I just want to capture the frustration you feel as you're trying to walk somewhere and you're just skidding and slipping everywhere. And while I can do that slightly with my art, I really want to make an interesting mechanic for this season of the game. So, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to program a slippy little island. Okay, so that's done, and I've made something that simply modifies the player's friction when they're on it and sets it back to default when they leave it. Nice. Now what I need to do is make a material for it, and I want this material to be slightly shiny, like ice. So, I think I'm going to write another shader. Right, so after some research and debate, what I think I'm going to do is make a little lit shader. I feel like this could make a nice bit of difference and contrast to the rest of the unlit environment, and also give the ice a nice bit of shine. So let's go. Right, so after a bit of tweaking, I came up with this nice little shader that accepts metallic and smoothness values for a nice shiny effect. This is the unique mechanic done, and I'm excited to see what I can do with it, so let's get into some level design. Okay, I'm back, and so I've not designed any levels yet because I realised I haven't actually templated any islands. So what I've done in that time is I've templated a few islands, and I really sort of enjoy the templating process. I just sort of love looking around the templating level, and I get to really appreciate how the game's expanding and coming together and progressing. It really lets me see the sheer amount of content and diversity I've put into the game, and it makes me really happy. So, now to make a few levels. I'm pretty excited for this because I think the ice could open up some really interesting gameplay possibilities, so let's just go and have a look for that. So then, I'm back. I've made a few levels. The ice mechanic, I mentioned that I thought it could be interesting. It is pretty cool, but I don't think it sort of holds up incredibly by itself. I'm going to have to combine some old mechanics. So maybe that could be interesting. Let's see as the game goes on, but I'm pretty excited to show people these levels because I think they're quite cool. They're very different to the wind levels. They're more sort of based around control, but they still let you go very fast. And I'm really looking forward to see how people are sort of going to get through them. But now that's done, I need to make some slight changes to my settings menu because it doesn't look very good. So let's go do that. Okay, so bang, I fixed that. The problem sort of was that the settings menu looked really low resolution, even when it wasn't, and so I just busted out my favourite Unity UI trick, which is just increasing the resolution but lowering the scale so it still looks like it's the same size even though it's a much higher resolution, and so that fixed it. And yeah, there's all my nice UI, a few levels, nice new colours, new theme. Everything's going pretty epic today. Have a good time. I've been Chadderbox. If you like the video, I mean, maybe like it, you know, that'd be pretty epic. But if you want to see more from Propulsion, then definitely subscribe.